Hey guys, and welcome back to Latasha Hewitt Homes. I'm so happy that you stopped by this channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe. But for now, let's jump into this video because we're doing some more organizing. And it's actually in one of my favorite places in our home, a place where I spend a lot of quality time, I would like to think. And I'm in front of the door right now. We're gonna go right inside and ta-da! It's our bathroom. I love this bathroom because of that very reason right there in the window. It's a place where I get to relax. I'm definitely one of those people that loves to take baths. So this area here, that's my space. I take a bath every morning. It's just tranquil for me. And so I decided that because I enjoy this space so much and I'm really trying to get into this place where everywhere I go, it's kind of a minimalist feel. There's not a lot of extra. I decided that it was time to tackle my sink. Now, I had gone through the process of decluttering it at one point, maybe a year or two, maybe 2-3 years ago, but it's now time to tackle it one more time because it's not as organized as I would like. A lot of times it's hard to get to things that I need, and I've realized a few lessons along the way. And because I've been organizing different spaces in the home, I've kind of been putting this one off, but it's time to go ahead and get it done. I have some more organizational tools, some little bins and containers from one of my favorite stores, the Dollar Tree, that is going to help me get this organized. And I kind of want you, as always, to walk with me through this process. I do love our sinks. So we have two vanities. So this is mine over here, and my husband has one over there. I don't mess with his space, okay? This is probably one of the best things about this bathroom for us is I have my space and he has his space. So he's very organized in his own right. So I don't really have to worry about my side looking, great while his is kind of disorganized. And you may have seen my short where I organized this area over here. Oh, there are my glasses. And that has worked out very well. And I kind of want to take some of these concepts of smaller and larger for underneath the sink. But let's go ahead and tackle the sink. But first, of course, I want to show you what it looks like now. And then we'll go through the process of taking everything out and starting to create systems before we put things back in. All right, let's do it. Okay guys, so we're primarily going to deal with underneath the sink. I do have these awesome drawers here that I have little organizers in, but that's not bad. So we're going to leave that for another day. We're really tackling underneath here. And you can see. Okay, so immediately I have to share with you my obsession with Dr. Teal's. And it's a big joke with my family because every year for Christmas, I always ask that they buy me bulk Dr. Teal's Epsom salt. I like the Dr. Teal's body wash, even the bath, oh my goodness, bubbles. Yes, all of that. And they stock me up. So this is all I have left from that in these bins here. But I have a lot of the salt left. And so we're even going to come up with a strategy for storing that a little bit better. And I'm realizing too that I have this long basket and it's not serving me well because smaller things go in it and they get lost. So I need to create systems where smaller things can fit into larger spaces. Also, I have this bin I got from the Dollar Tree. Really great. And these two smaller bins that we're going to try to use. I got gray to kind of go with the color scheme of the bathroom. So we're going to try to just create more sections under here so things can go in appropriate spaces. I do like this. I got this when we first moved here. This hooks right on. I'd like to utilize that space a little better and just clean up underneath the sink even better. Now, I don't even know what this is. It's not dust, but it looks so weird. So we'll have to polish that because it's weird. Anyway, let's stay focused. And let's start by removing everything from under the sink. Okay guys, so we've successfully removed everything from underneath the sink. Still a few bobby pins. We're going to clean under here, and then we're going to start organizing the stuff. Okay, so honestly, I don't even really know where I want to start. I know I've cleaned underneath the sink. Nice clean surface. I definitely know some of my objectives are to make sure things, particularly this bin that's full of like hair products and blow dryer, flat irons, that's stored a little bit more efficiently. Right now they all jumble together. I can never find what I need when I need it. So I need something that's going to separate these things in a better way in smaller containers. And so that's the main objective. So this bin may not end up back in there, but if it does, it'll be compartmentalized, right? Another area, I have these rollers that just kind of end up everywhere. I was thinking this particular bin might be perfect because it's contained. And so, and honestly guys, I don't know when's the last time I've used these rollers, you know, and part of this minimalist journey is deciding like what works for my life right now. There was a time when I would roll my hair all the time and sit it in the dryer. I don't even have that hood dryer anymore. So this might come down to me really asking myself if I need these rollers. But for now, we're just going to maybe house them a little bit better than this mesh pouch that tends to come open, and the rollers were all over the place. I don't know if you noticed that. So actually, this is a great size for it. Everything fit in here. And the wonderful thing about it is I can close it up and keep it safe and put it in the back because I don't use it as often, and know that it's not going to like tumble. So win number one, Dollar Tree, get with it, $125. Okay. The other thing, like I said, I have these two compartments, and my idea for this was to have one that would house all of the hair appliances, like my blow dryer and my 2 flat irons. I don't really have a lot of like hair stuff like that. I try not to use too much heat on my hair anyway. So these 3 items can kind of go in their own little section. And so we put the 3 of those in here. 3 of those in here. That might help separate it from all the different various appliances. So that's a win that we're looking at. I don't know how I'm going to arrange it, so I'm just putting things in there until I figure that out. And then I have just a myriad of different hair products, and we're going to go through and keep only the ones we use. I definitely use this hairspray, but in doing this, I'm finding extra rollers that have fallen. So once again, why we need to put these in this bin. So I'm going to see if I can add the rest of those in here. And get rid of that. This is why organizing on a regular basis is really good, because you know, you find things that you didn't even realize were in certain places. Like, wow, here's that mascara I was looking for. It had fallen in here into this basket and I had no idea. See? So I'll put that with my makeup. Oh, and I found a little bitty curling iron when I used to, for my little short haircut, which I'll hold on to just because I don't have a curling iron at all. So we'll put those with that. This is something I'm not using, getting rid of it. So this is the opportunity to get rid of hair products or anything that I haven't used in a while or probably won't use. Okay, so that's our objective as well. If you haven't missed it or used it in the last few months, you probably won't. So go ahead and get rid of it. So you can't even really see what I'm doing, but I'm now putting the products in this bin so they can stand straight up and not get lost, and finding other items that are lost in here that need to go in other places. So going through this area here and sorting through all of this. Okay guys, so hopefully you can see from this angle a little bit better. I think I got all of the rollers from outside of this basket. Another thing I forgot to mention is it's always good to have a trash bag when you're organizing or decluttering a space. That way, if you find things, instead of having to get up every few minutes to kind of get it out of your way, you can put it in there and come back to it. And so I'm just going to use this little mesh thing that the rollers are in as my little trash container, because I'm seeing several little things that would constitute trash that I don't need, and we're just going to get rid of it and move it out of our space so that we can keep moving with our progress. Now this is the other thing, these little things we get from the hotel. I'll talk about those because I do like to keep these because we like to create blessing bags for the homeless. And so I like to keep little toiletry type items to create those bags. But the key is that I need to create those bags and not just keep stuff just to keep it, like these little body lotions and whatnot. So yeah, you definitely want to have your trash handy so you can make those adjustments without having to think too much about it. Okay, so we pretty much cleared out this bin that had everything kind of nestled in it. And now it's a space that I would probably house. To me, big baskets are not for putting a lot of things in, but for housing larger items. And so I learned that lesson from how I had things organized before. Now these are too big to both fit in here. It would have been nice if I could nestle them back into this. So we'll have to figure out the best use of this. I do want to see if it fits in here. No, it doesn't. Because I'm thinking I need smaller containers for in here, because I noticed when I was taking these baskets out that they really didn't nestle in there. I had some difficulty pulling them out. So we may go back to the Dollar Tree and get some smaller bins that can house these items pretty easily. And we may utilize this. Maybe I'll put the toilet paper. Remember from the linen closet organization? I'll put the link in the description. Maybe I could put the toilet paper in here. I was looking for a basket that could house that. Anyway, for now, we may not use this back at the space. And this is our trash. Okay. Also, I'm seeing this container. I will probably go to the Dollar Tree and get a smaller bottle for this, because I still use this, but there's so little left that I don't need this tall bottle. So, but for now, we'll put this in the bin with the other hair products that we're using. And I know I have a few more, which will end up in here as well. So let's keep working. All right, guys, so we have pulled up to the Dollar Tree because we're gonna get some more items to organize under this sink. Okay. I'm actually gonna get a cart because I have a feeling I'm gonna be filling this up with some goodness. And I already know exactly where I need to go, which is down this aisle. And we all know that all Dollar Trees are not created equal, but this one tends to have a lot of cool organizational things. So let's see. This looks similar to what I have already, but they look a little smaller. I think this is what I have. I think I have this size, yeah. I have this size, but these are a little smaller, which might work well for those smaller areas I mentioned. So we're gonna go ahead and get, okay, why am I going through all this? Let me get the 2 gray ones from the bottom. Okay, I do see these little baskets, which are cute too. I only see one right here. I don't know if they have them somewhere else. But I like things that have a little bit of height when you're putting them in very tall spaces. Okay guys, so I found where the rest of the stack of these were. So I'm gonna get 2 of these and 2 of these. I also found these. I think these will be good stackables underneath there for like hair clips and stuff. that I don't want flying all over the place. So I'm getting 2 of these for now, for the smaller items that need. So I think I'm good. So I'm adding these 6 items, and we'll see how that helps with our bathroom sink organization. So I'm looking for a spray bottle for that bigger bottle to be put into. I really wanted a clear one, but they don't have it. So we're gonna choose green, and we're gonna transfer that liquid into here just to have a smaller space. I don't like the awkward shape because I like things to stand up neatly, but we're gonna make it work. It is smaller and takes up less space. So we're gonna go with it. Let's add it to the basket. Okay guys, so we are back from the Dollar Tree with our finds. We're gonna start with our baskets. Let's see. Of course, we wanted to test if these would fit in here. Yes, they do. They fit nicely. Let's see if we can put 2 back to back. Okay, that's the only thing. You can't put 2 back to back, but they do fit in there. Let's try the other ones. So this is good because this slides in and out easily. Let's see. That one could work with them being front and back. So a little trial and error, just so you can see. I wanted to see if I could put 2 of these back to back. That does work, and it still allows me to close underneath here. So we're gonna leave that there. And we'll figure out something else for the rest of them. So now the question is, what do we put in them? I like to pretty much transfer the things that I had in these wicker baskets into there. One, I just think it's better for me. These are decorative baskets. I like them. I actually had them somewhere else in our previous home. But because I'm dealing with products and things that spill, I like kind of dealing with plastic because it doesn't seep through, you know, these little areas here and into the bottom of the sink. So this will actually work. So what we're gonna do is transfer the items from here in each of these respective baskets into the ones we just bought, and put those in there, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we have our little spray bottle. I'm gonna transfer this larger container to the smaller one just to save some space. I do know what this is. You may choose to label it so you don't forget, but I do remember what this is. Hopefully all of it will fit in there almost perfectly. I took out this smaller bin that I purchased to see, since I don't have that many hair accessories, to see if it can fit in a smaller one. This is what I'm trying to do here now. And I think it will. So I have in here my hair dryer and the flat irons. I think it will fit in there, because if we can use smaller bins, we might be able to get more stuff in here. So we'll put that in the back there. Let me bring you a little closer so you can see what I'm moving around in here. Okay. So these are the items I put in there. This is in the back here. I still have this bin that I saw could fit in here, pretty cool. But everything is not fitting as evenly as I would like. But it means playing around with things. I'm sure you guys know I don't mind doing. And let's see if this would fit in here. No. Well, let's see if this this could fit like this way. This, let's see if it fits in this space. Yes. All right, so just so you can see what I did. So for me, I'm trying to pretty much create a puzzle, but a puzzle that makes it easier for me to know which bin I need to go into and not move around a lot of stuff. So far, this arrangement of the baskets works. I'm okay with it. We'll probably move some things around, but the key right now is to organize things in the bin according to what they are and make it easier for us to identify everything. So let's keep it going. Okay, there's another little area that I want to address, and that is the multiplicity of little makeup bags and travel bags. I have pared down a lot of them. You know, you get them sometimes. I think this one came with some perfume purchase I really like this one. It's newer. So I'm thinking about using this one. It's a good size, and maybe getting rid of something like this and maybe even something like this. But I'm also looking at possible storage options for these. So I do want to pare them down. I mentioned how we like to keep the sample size things to make little blessing bags to give like the homeless. So I'm thinking about for now housing those items that I find in here just so we can start organizing that. So I have this collection of things that I've gotten over the last few trips. A vanity kit, the shoe mitt. So we're gonna put all that kind of stuff in one little container. So here we have this, the soap, more vanity kits and shoe mitts. I don't know, do you guys use shoe mitts? I don't think I ever have. So more of these. So we're putting those all in one place. I do like my little travel for my travel size contact cleaner. So I will keep that. So far I filled up this from all of the other travel things that I have, and I probably will donate this or get rid of it. I just don't want to have a lot of stuff anymore, guys. I'm serious about this. And in here is still all the goodies that kind of came with this. So I'm going to start using this next. Cleansing foam. This is all Lancome products. I definitely want to try them. So when I'm done with my current skincare, I'm going to move on to these. So these are kind of go in my little reserve bin that I have in the back there. But when I run out of things, that's where I restock. So I'm actually going to put that back there in that area. We have our little toiletries section here. There is another little area that I want to deal with, and it's another little travel thing that has like some hair supplies. And oh, I found another roller, guys. I don't think that bin can hold another roller. But I have like beads and stuff from the kids' hair, from my hair. And so that's why I purchased this little thing. I think it would be great to kind of house the beads in here as opposed to one of these little cloth ones, more stackable and things don't fall out as easily because it's clamped. So we're going to transfer all of the beads of various sizes and colors into here. Okay, so right now I had these two smaller containers that I bought to hold things such as this. And so right now I just dumped everything. So I'm separating clips from the beads right now. And these are all things that will probably stack on top of that roller bin. We don't necessarily use these that often, but we want them to be easy to grab and everything kind of separated already, so that we're not mixing. And so that's what we're doing right now. All right, guys, now that we have all the beads separated, the brown natural beads and the clear beads with the little clamps are all in a separate bin. We're going to put the tops on these, and we're going to stack them right on top of our plastic bin of rollers. So these are like all types of hair accessories all together. And they're not used often, but they're put away neatly so we can grab what we need. So we're putting these right on top of here. Let's see, should we do 1 and 1? Let's see how that works. Yep, that way we can still reach and get any of our tools that we need. Everything's still pretty visible. So these little bins worked out. Dollar Tree, sometimes it's not about the size. Sometimes you need the smaller ones for the small items that you have. So that worked out. Let's see where we are right now. I did stack those on top of each other. But here's what we have. In the back is kind of our reserve station. This is our feminine products, easy grab. Hair products here. Now we have these 2 bins. This is what we have left to fill in. Since this is the bigger bin, I'm gonna try to stack as many of my Dr. Teal's in there. And the rest, I will actually use these 2 containers right by the bathtub to house those. So let's try to see how that works out. Okay, so we packed as many of our Dr. Teal's in here as possible. And of course, as I use that will go down and create more space. But for right now, it's not in any way of anything else. So we use the bin and the extra space there. I also added my 2 puffs back here on the top. I don't mind these, you know, like this is the reserve, so I don't need to really see that stuff until I need it. So I just put my 2 little puffs there in that pile. I still have empty space right here, which I'm not necessarily anxious to fill. I want to see what's the best use of that. But I also still have my hanging organization. I had gotten this from, I think it was like Ross or somewhere when we first moved here. And I do like it a lot, particularly for smaller jars of things. It really helps with it not getting lost inside of those things. So I usually put little smaller items here. Okay guys, so that wraps up our bathroom sink organization underneath the sink. We did the top. I'll put the short in the description. You can see what we did on the top. But you saw also what we did down here. Looking nice, freshly shined up. But this is organization I can work with, not just for now, but also maintain. And so I give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, how do you keep underneath your sink organized? Or do you have other tools that you use? Do you have kind of policies about not buying too much so you don't have too much to store? That's kind of my thing, only buying what I need, and having a few replacements on hand, but pretty much once I use something up, just buy something else so I don't have a lot of inventory. That's kind of my objective. But for now, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I have so much more space underneath there and it's not as cluttered or confusing, and so I count that as a success. Now, if you liked this video, please go ahead and click that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so as well. We always appreciate it. Until the next time, be safe, keep organized and clean. See you in the next video.